starting today's vlog from the elevator because we are out the door heading over to a matinee of the revival of Oklahoma on Broadway. It's like 1:48 and we're leaving the hotel now, so. So this is a revival I've been very interested to see simply because of what I've heard with what they've done with the material in terms of updating it. It's truly a reimagining. What I've heard, very dark, very, very pared down. Oklahoma traditionally has a huge cast, and I think this cast is like 12 people. Also, huge thank you to the Oklahoma team for having me. I'm really, really excited. Thank you for gifting me the tickets. If you guys have never been to Circle in the Square, they share like a theater space with the Gershwin, which is where Wicked plays. Here's Wicked, and here's Oklahoma. Let's go. I walked inside very briefly to grab some photos, and this is the most brightly lit theater I have been inside in a long time as like a pre-show lighting. This is very bright. Very interested to see what they're gonna do with this because everyone says it's modern, it's dark. I'm interested. We are in our seats. We are in the 5th row if you include what seems to be a picnic area. Okay, huge thank you to the Oklahoma team for having us. We are so excited.
We're so excited to be back into this theater as well.
I know,
This is a gorgeous theater.
Huge Circle in the Square fans, and also like Oklahoma just means a lot to me because that's how I made my professional debut. I was one of the 20 million Lori's friends that they always have. So I'm very interested to see how they're gonna do this show with, what, 15 people?
I am so hyped for this.
I'm really, really interested, really interested. So the show is about to begin, so I will see you guys at intermission or after, or at some point in the future after I've watched some really good theater. Intermission update from Oklahoma. I don't like chili or cornbread, so I guess I get to review the show a little bit. If you guys didn't know, there is chili and cornbread during intermission of Oklahoma. Everybody's lining up for it. I feel God in this Chili's tonight. I have a lot of thoughts, like a lot of thoughts on this show. First off, the lighting design is very bold. Spoiler alert if you don't want me to say anything. Mute it. Okay, the house lights are on for almost the entire show. It's a very bold choice, but also we're sitting in like a 3/4 round so you can see everybody. It does bring a sense of community, but also if someone is like coughing or like checking their watch, you can definitely see it. This cast is phenomenal. You can see why so many are nominated for the Tony because it is so deserving. I'll talk more about everything after this because I want to see Act 2 before I make more decisions. But I did realize how interesting it's going to be seeing Oklahoma as a matinee and then Kiss Me Kate tonight. They're both nominated for Best Revival. Oklahoma is a complete reinvention of the show, whereas Kiss Me Kate is like a beautiful reproduction of it. I'm interested to see what's going to work more, especially for a 2019 audience. Right off the bat, one thing I can commit to with this production is Judd's character, that entire transformation. That is the most 2019 version of Judd I have ever seen, that I feel sorry for Judd. Like, Judd is kind of like a classic Rodgers and Hammerstein gross guy villain. You don't really, he just makes you uncomfortable. I feel so sad, like I just want to get Judd into counseling. I'm very interested to see how Act 2 is gonna go and what changes they're making. Also, wait, that's another thing I did want to mention. They have not changed any of the text or any of the keys. They are country screlting their way through those Rodgers and Hammerstein keys. It's a completely new style. It's really, really interesting. There's a lot of guns and a lot of wood in this theater. Another thing, if you see this show, the gunshots come out of nowhere. The blank guns are loud and very present. And even as someone who knows the show pretty well, it's upsetting and a little scary. Also, if you see this show, bring a jacket. It is chilly in here. I've been wearing my jacket like a Snuggie. Lourdes is off to get cornbread and chili. Have fun, Mom. You gotta do a taste test for us.
Okay, let's see. This Oklahoma chili.
Oklahoma intermission mukbangs. The chili's good?
It's very good. I'm really surprised.
You want to come back for dinner?
Yeah, and we'll do the evening show.
Yeah, good. What would you rate it out of 10?
I would say a solid 8.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
the taste is very good.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, and the cornbread is even better.
And she's a very picky cornbread person. Like, she
Yeah.
makes a lot of homemade cornbread for, like, family holidays and stuff, so...
Yeah. It's very
Okay,
good.
okay. Drama Mama approved. More than like a sentence since we got out of the show, because I just looked at what time it is. That did not feel like a 3-hour show.
No, it went by so quickly.
Yeah.
You know, for Oklahoma. You know?
No, and as much as I like, again, Oklahoma has like a special place in my heart, it feels like 3 hours when you're watching it. Even Les Mis. Les Mis is my favorite musical of all time. And it's my favorite 3-hour-long musical, you know? That did not feel like 3 hours. We're gonna have some leftovers because we've got some cheesecake and burgers and stuff like that, and we are so hungry we didn't have time to grab food. Ali Stroker, my queen. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. She is not only hysterical, but I think vocally what they were trying to do with the show. I don't think this is a spoiler, unless you feel it is, in which case mute me now. They took away a lot of the legitness in the way that the music was performed, and they really gave it a country contemporary twang to it. So there was almost no legit sopranoing in there except for the group numbers. Everything was like country screlted on out, and Ali Stroker performed that to a T. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Damon, who plays Curly, is the nicest human. What a nice dude.
So nice.
He hung out with everyone at the stage. We're at a matinee for a 3-hour musical. He has 2 hours until he has to go back on, and he hung out with everybody for such a long time. Again, I know that the stage door is obviously not, you know, required, but just what a nice dude that he felt that he had the ability to do so, so he did it for the fans. The second that he walked on stage, black and white, spoilers. With that guitar, and he was just singing "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning" as if he was, you know, actually just singing a song, because it's always been very weird and presentational that Curly like walks in and he's singing, but Damon just made it like, yeah, I'm singing. That's what you do in the country when you have nothing else to do. Not only, I think, a perfect modernization of a classic musical, but a very bold one. No safe choices at Circle in the Square, and I think it paid off big time. They took some really big swings. I don't want to talk about any of the real spoiler-y spoilers because I just want you to go see the show and enjoy it. Maybe once the show closes, I can do like an Instagram live or some other kind of geek out session and we can talk about the spoilers, but I made a really, really big effort to stay away from any information about this show and any of the other shows we're seeing, and I think that's kind of the best way to enjoy this show. Who is Damon nominated against? Because I would be unsurprised if he won the Tony. Brooks from The Prom, Derek from Ain't Too Proud, Alex Brightman, Damon from Oklahoma, and Santino Fontana for Tootsie. Wow. Okay, this is gonna be a tight category. Also Will Parker. That's all. The casting in this show was really well done. The art direction was phenomenal. The lighting design. If you have the ability to do so, go check out Oklahoma at the Circle in the Square Theater. Again, a huge, huge thank you to the Oklahoma team for inviting us. I had no idea how much this show would affect me and just how beautiful it would be, and interesting and complex. This is absolutely in my top 3 favorite artistic shows. Once on This Island, Come From Away, and this revival of Oklahoma. This is where I'm going to close out the Oklahoma vlog because I got to get dressed and eat some leftovers before we go see Kiss Me Kate. So if you like this video or if you're excited for more vlogs, give this one a big thumbs up. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!